Shanti. So, how's the Masters going? Pretty good. Yeah, so I mainly sort of took this topic tonight because what Bubba said in the Murley on Sunday's Murley, he said, "You are the Masters. You're not becoming the Masters." So, I thought tonight we need to find out what is the Master. People are not even aware of what is a Master, and you don't have to go looking for it. We keep running away from ourselves, which is the Master. Bubba says, "You are the Master," but you keep running away from yourself. So I thought we'd just do a little bit of soul presence tonight and experience the Master, so because I'm not going to be teaching it because you already are it. So you don't need to learn it. You can experience it. So it's a wonderful chance. So it's very simple that once you know, isn't it? So people are looking all over the world for some, hey, where am I, and some special flash from God somewhere or whatever it is. So we're looking outside of ourselves, but the Master is you. You are the Master. So, and the Master, it's not a title, and it's not a teacher, and it's not an achievement. You don't have to achieve to be the Master. That's a wonderful thing, isn't it? When you think you don't have to achieve to be a master. You can't study to become a master. You already are one, so that's the main thing. So the master is the human who no longer abandons themselves. Just think. So the master is the human who no longer abandons themselves. Wonderful point, isn't it? So if you sit in soul presence and think that I'm here, so you don't run away from yourself, isn't it? So when you're in soul presence, you're right there, So, and the master is one who allows experience without needing meaning. So you don't need to know all the meanings to life, do you? You can just live such a wonderful life. And when you're in soul presence, you're there in that time. You don't need to know the meaning of everything. You just enjoy, observe it, be detached, be in soul presence. So, and the master is the integration of human, soul, body, and energy here, not somewhere else. So that the master is the integration of human, the soul, the body, and energy. So here, right now where you're sitting. So it's a wonderful point, isn't it? So many, many years, we were taught, forget the body. We have to become free from the body. And it's actually the opposite. If you don't become your best friend, if the body doesn't become your best friend, you're going to have a hell of a life. It'll be so full of sorrow, aches and pains and everything. So, but when you make your master and who's the master and the human, best buddies, you're walking around together as best friends, so. And that's what we can experience when we're in soul presence and we're realizing that the body is going, oh, I'm allowed to do that. I'm free. Oh my goodness. Then it'll become very happy and the joy will be there from the body. So you'll feel a whole new world opening up. So we don't just stamp out the physical and go somewhere else like I used to. I used to meditate hours and hours in the body. But it's like you're running away from yourself. And that's one of the things. So the human the master no longer abandons the human, so they don't abandon themselves. The human is there and feels it should be there. It's in your field, so it has such joy being there, because it's been left out for so long. We think we have to fix the body. We have to do this for the body. All we have to do is enjoy the body and let the body do what it can make us happy, you know. Yeah, so and the integration of human, soul, body, and energy here, yeah. The quiet authority of presence, not direction. So you don't need any direction. So So the master is one that doesn't need directions. It has all wisdom. Just think the master is all your wisdom that's ever been and all your births. That's the master. It's there. Do you think you got to give it a few directions? So that's you. But because we keep running away, you know, we're thinking I'm the body or I'm something else. I'm over here, I'm somewhere else. So the master does not control energy. You sit in presence and you observe, you know, so you don't have to control anything. You just sit. So you don't have to manage others. Imagine if you're giving directions to all your children are growing up and they got their children and well, you have to give directions at school, of course. But I mean, you're not giving directions for livelihood, you know, for their life. You don't have to correct the world. Forget the world. You know, people are worrying about the world and this, that, and the next thing. Forget it. You know, you just have to be you. And when you're in that soul presence, nothing matters. And no one cares. When you're in soul presence, people won't even see you in the end. You'll be presently and pleasantly there. You'll be so in love with the self, the human, the master, the soul, everything, you know, in that field. You won't need to be anywhere else. So, and everything will come to you, you know, all the joy, the happiness. Imagine when you talk to your children and your grandchildren and everything, and you're in that beautiful soul presence. They'll feel so much joy of being in your company, you know, and your presence and your tone, you know, you're having that tone. The children will pick it up before you even turn up, you know, so they'll know. And your grandchildren and everyone that you know. So they just love to be with you. So you don't have to correct the world. And the other thing is you don't seek enlightenment. You are already enlightened. So we think we're studying and doing everything, but what we're doing is we're just observing, being in soul presence. So, I mean, I've studied forever. I love studying, looking and searching, and you know, it's all part of beating yourself up. But actually, now you don't. You don't have to look under every rock and try and find God, because once you find out that you're God, the one you've been looking for, then you can really relax. You know, you can just enjoy yourself with so much love. And all that energy we can save, you know, without wasting energy. Only thing at this time is so much change is going on with the body and the mind and soul, and everything's been all upgraded and different energies in the world. We're going from old 1.0 love to 2.0 love. So we're a bit wacko sometimes, you know, you forget things, or you don't feel good today, or you feel a bit dizzy, or you feel like you're carrying something around on your back. You know, all these things are there, but it's just, we'll get through it soon, maybe in a few more months or a year or something, or two. I don't know how long it's going to take. Every one of us will be different, you know. But it's nothing to worry about. We're just, actually, that's part of the wonderful thing is the experience. So when you're in soul presence, whatever the body's going through, you allow it. And if you just say to the body, I've got all these aches and pains, body, and I don't have all these aches and pains, okay? And you don't have to keep repeating it. So the body will hear and it'll go, oh, you don't want any aches and pains, no worries. I'll see what we can do, you know. And you'll be surprised how quickly it shifts, you know. So we don't have to beat ourselves up anymore. We don't have to search for anything. We just have to be there and allow things to come to me. So not to go searching anymore. Although I must admit, I'm still, you know, things come to you and you're reading it and doing things. You can't help it because it's just such a samskara. You've got to do something during the day. Can't watch cricket all the time. And now the big batch is finished. So But anyway, but you have to just be observers, and you're there, and you might be good. You can go for a nice walk, or go to the beach, have a picnic, or do a bit of painting, whatever you want to do, But you do it in your own time. It's like when you breathe in, you don't have to do any special breathing. You just be aware, oh, I'm breathing. That's cool. Or if you're going for a walk, you'll find that you become so light and so energetic that it's becomes so easy. So the last main one is the master allows energy to serve. It serves you. So are you ready to be served by energy? So once you understand, I am the master. I'm this light body, that's here. I am the master. You're not becoming the master. So now I'm allowing my human to be with me in my field. So you have to be here. So I allow that. I allow that beautiful energy that's come to serve me, which is from the soul. Energy comes from the soul. And it's the whole field that's full of that energy and that tone. You have to look for it. So you just observe it. So the master does not control energy. Just think if you're a master, you're just sitting there and you relax. Energy's all around us. Not power, but energy is there. So you don't control energy. Energy will serve you and whatever you want, whatever you need, because now you're not praying to God, asking and begging and all those things. So the master is there. So whatever the master wants, the energy will serve it. So once you've allowed yourself to be the master with the human, you can't be the master without the human. You can't be anything without a human. That's one thing I've just sort of finally realized. Oh, then I felt so happy once I decided that. Yeah, I thought, oh yeah, of course. It's not possible to do anything in this world. You can't become an enlightened being without a body. So, so it's and you never need to manage others. You don't have to manage people. Just observe them, whatever they're doing, and let them get on with whatever they have to experience. Sometimes we might see them, they're going to have to experience whatever it is. We don't, but you still have to be detached. That's their experience and we're interfering with it. So you don't need to manage people. For the BKs, that's a big job. We're always managing someone. So you don't have to manage anyone. So you don't have to correct the world. So we got Donald Trump to do that. So or whoever it is, try to rule the world. But he's doing a good job. But people don't like it. But anyway, so someone has to wake someone up, doesn't it? So that's the thing that wakes people up, all this rubbish. And because we're awake now, we get to see things, so much light on Earth. So you can look at all these files that have come to light. My goodness, every world leader, world anybody who's been anything, they're all there. My goodness. That's pretty scary, isn't it? I didn't see my name there. It was okay. Yeah, that's right. So you have to correct the world. Another thing is you don't have to seek enlightenment. That's the thing. Don't go looking for enlightenment. It's already there with you, You just have to allow the soul is there with you. Your soul is such a beautiful being. It's got a name, actually. Have you ever asked your soul what its name is yet? It hasn't given you a name yet. Oh, well, when you're ready, it'll give you a name. So, and it's so beautiful. And then when you get the name, then you'll have that even deeper relationship. Because the name will mean a lot. When you look up the name, it'll be what your whole journey's been through, the whole of humanity, all your births and everything. And it could even be something like John, you never know. Mine's a feminine one. Calibra is feminine, but that's okay, I don't mind. And it's not about that because soul's either male or female, but it has the feminine qualities or masculine qualities. So we have both. Excuse me. So seeking enlightenment is so much joy, but if you're looking too hard, this is the wonderful thing. You have to allow your enlightenment. You've already done everything. So now we've got all this knowledge inside us, and we're still looking outside for it. And so once we stop looking outside of us and just relax and be with myself, love myself, just be, when you understand the body is in my field, then you can see what self-love is about. And I think, oh my God, this is beautiful, and it really fills you up properly with love. And that's that 2.0 love that we're looking for. It's not somewhere outside of you, it's there within you. That's the new feeling of love. So, and that's the joy of learning to love yourself, not dependent on others and giving me love, or I'm making you happy, or I'm making you whatever, I'm giving you this to make you happy. It doesn't work, So the whole thing is, it might work for 5 minutes. So once you've got your nice new flash car and it's got a scratch on it, or a new house and someone's knocked the corner off or something, so suddenly it becomes old, so it doesn't last long. So it's not a physical thing. 2.0 love is the joy of having companionship, and being together, but each one in their own field. So you can't make anyone happy, but they can be happy with you and you can be happy with them, because you're together. You're not drinking the energies from each other. So that's what it's about. And we don't have to work hard for that. So, and that's the biggest problem in relationships, is that we have expectations, so expectations is a big, big thing. So this is the major point, is that the master is what remains when seeking ends. Just think about that. You're in your soul presence, you're sitting there, you're not seeking anything. You are the master then, isn't it? You're not seeking anything. You have attained everything you need to attain. What are you looking for? Looking for tomorrow's lunch? What can you look for? There's nothing to attain. When the master stops seeking, you're free, aren't you? What are you going to be doing? You don't need to spend all that time and energy seeking. And generally seeking means to go outside yourself. So now you can just enjoy yourself. That I'm here and I am the master. And I'm not looking for anything now. I've got whatever I need, whatever I've attained. Because coming to this world is about learning. And once all your experiences, it's only about experiences. It's not about how much money you have, but that's an experience by how much you earn and by how you did it and everything. That's an experience. Or you could be a beggar. That's also an experience. So whatever it is your experiences are, then the master doesn't need either of those. So you're not looking to have any experience. All your experiences are finished. So hey, so all you're going to do is you'll be in soul presence because you're there with yourself, loving yourself, having joy with yourself, and that energy is going worldwide. So just imagine the service you do. Imagine how important you are to nature, to the world, Such importance. You cannot underestimate how important each of us is. It's sitting in soul presence. And the thing is, it's so easy, isn't it? You just say, okay, you don't have to do anything. You say, I'm now sitting, I'm in my soul presence. I am just present here. I am here, with this body and with my master, with the soul, everything. We are present here. That's it. You don't do a big dance and you don't have to offer anything to God. You don't have to do anything. You just have to be soul presence. And just observe your radiance, resonance around, and your tone. You might even hear some tone. Do you have any noise going on in your head, like a hum? That's amazing. That's the shift going from number one to number two. That's your whole brain and your whole body and everything's been upgraded, so that's what's there. You think, oh, I can't stand this noise, and there might not be any noise, but it's inside you. And sometimes you won't feel you got any energy today because, but that's all part of the integration of the old and the new. So the new, which is the new light body, the new light energy is coming in, and the old niatron body is gradually moving out. Not all of a sudden, otherwise we'd probably be lost. But eventually, when that's fully integrated, then it'll be, wow, I can breathe again, I can feel whole, and you'll be so full of energy, because you're ready for the new world. So, and that's coming, it's right, it's all here, so, and once that's there, then you could see how nature will serve and change very fast then. We think it's doing lots of things at the moment, but it's doing nothing compared to what it's going to do when we get our act together. So when the masters truly believe they're masters and we're not looking, we're allowing energy to serve us. You just have to be in love with yourself. That's all. Nothing great. Just, yeah. So it's such a beautiful journey. So the more you can practice soul presence, and you don't have to practice in the sense of sitting down and sitting in a particular place. You can practice soul presence while you're playing your guitar, or doing knitting or playing cards or whatever. You can be playing cards on the internet, and playing games and whatever. You can still be soul presence, isn't it? So you're just enjoying whatever you're doing, It's just a game. And it's that practice of being in love with yourself, because I'm doing this and I'm enjoying it. And then the body will say, oh, I'm allowed to do this. My goodness, I'm allowed to eat this food now. I like that food. And you don't have to worry about getting fat because that's not your job. I mean, that's the body's role to look after that. And all your aches and pains and the food you eat. So you allow the body to heal itself. So you say, okay, from what we used to do, I got aches and pains and everything, but now I don't. So the body go, okay, so we need to fix up all that stuff. You don't have to keep harping on about it. You don't have to keep. Body is very intelligent. It's going to be even more intelligent when it has these upgrades. So it might be giving you a bit of a hard time at the moment, but it's going to be even, it'll be really, really good. It'll come into when you're ready more that we are actually just soul present easily, enjoying myself. Go and have a picnic, as long as I don't get cooked by the sun. That's the main thing when you go for a picnic. I have to go at night time for me. So, but the whole thing is you just learn to be by yourself, with yourself. But after some time, that you'll start to attract someone that might come to you that needs just to be with you. You're in your soul presence. Could be your family members, could be anything, You're just sitting in your soul presence as this beautiful being, saying nothing. We can't teach anybody. They're already taught. The same with us. We have all the knowledge in us, but we just have to wake up, I am the master. And it's the same for everyone we know. And in their time, they will wake up in their time. Not when I think they should wake up. You can't save the world. It's not possible. Imagine trying to say, we can't even comprehend living in little New Zealand with 5 million people. You got the whole world. I mean, look at India. I mean, even in one city is like, my God. Imagine trying to save that one city with people. You just couldn't even comprehend trying to save the world. And it's just, you just let everybody do what they're going to do and just be happy who you are. Yeah, yeah. So, you have the teacher and the master. So the master is no longer a teacher. The master is just living and is radiating. So and we're all masters. So we're teaching ourselves actually. No one can teach you to be a master except yourself. So a teacher gives information, isn't it? So that's the difference. So a master radiates permission. A teacher gives, those directions, but a master radiates permission. So won't say anything, but you'll feel the permission to do whatever you feel. So you get spiritual authority versus master too. Mastery. So spiritual authority is like hierarchy type stuff, it's horrible, So it's in every religion. But it's like this needs to be because that's how it's structured, You need to have authority, otherwise probably never get nothing done because no one's sole presence, you see. Everyone's about power because that's what they teach. Yeah. So authority organizes. That's the thing, isn't it? Mastery integrates. So when you think authority organizes everything, you have this authority, but a master, all it does, it integrates everything. So, and you don't have to say anything. So you're just there. Things will just start to fall into place. So that's doing and being. So doing tries to prove the self, and being includes everything, and nothing needs fixing. So when you're the master, can you fix anything? You don't need to fix anything, isn't it? So can't fix the body. The body will do it itself. So if you're taking those multivitamin tablets or whatever, you just say to the body, whether you need them or not, we're just doing it. I'm not trying to fix you. It's just there if you need it. That's all. So, and if the body doesn't need it, it'll just go in one end and out the other. So just use it. That's what the doctors keep telling me when I say on my multivitamins or all these tablets. He says it's just a very expensive pea, they used to say. So they said just eat good food. That's all you got to do, which is quite true. So, we'll just simply say a simple experience is be very soul presence. So sit there now. So just feel into this without effort. So when you be sitting in soul presence, try not to make any effort to sit like that. Just so no worries about your breathing or how you sit. So feel into this without effort. I am soul presence. That's how easy it is. I am soul present. And then notice the part of you that is not trying to understand this. So notice the part of you that is not trying to understand this. So you're sitting in soul presence. What part of you is not trying to understand this? So just notice the part of you that is not trying to understand this. So you just think it's so easy, sit soul present in soul presence. And then what part of you is not trying to understand this? So that quiet, already here, awareness, that is the master. So you're sitting in your soul presence without effort. Just notice that part of you that's not trying to understand this. That quiet, already here awareness, that is the master. So that's you, the master, awareness. So to see what's trying not to understand. the soul presence, the quiet, that quiet already here, that's the awareness. Oh yeah, I am sitting in that soul presence. So that's the awareness. That's the master. So just see how this feels. So now that we're sitting there in this awareness. So now you realize that the master is awareness that you're sitting there observing. Then just see how you feel when you hear this. The master is not who you become, right? The master is not who you become. It is who you stop leaving. The master is not who you become. It is who you stop leaving. So yeah, means so you can't teach about being a master or anything. You are experiencing yourself right through that last, the one who is observing already here in awareness, and then at the end, the master is not who you become. You already are. You see, you are already the master. It is who you stop leaving. We keep looking outside ourselves for other things and all sorts of spiritual teachings, and it's who you stop leaving. And that's it. Just be soul presence. Always remember, you're not trying to fix anything. You're not trying to heal anything. You don't need to understand anything. Everything will become automatically when you allow that quiet, steady awareness. That's what we've said, that steady awareness that we're looking at. That's the master. The master is not above the human. Got that? The master is not above the human. The master does not control energy. The master allows everything, including the human, to belong. Well, that's what I really felt the other day, that the master allows everything, including the human, to belong. Now, returning to sovereignty. So this is the last bit. You don't take the master with you. Understand? You don't take the master with you. You don't practice it. You don't try to live it. You simply stop leaving yourself. And the master is there. The master is what remains when seeking ends. The master is what remains when seeking ends. Om Shanti.